Mediaflex-UMS is a complete end-to-end solution for media content management. The core components of Mediaflex are related to these four pillars. When we started out, we saw that there were three core components to every media organisation. The first is content. This content is not just audio or video, but all of the ancillary content and the metadata that goes around it. If you have a huge plethora of video, audio, subtitles, and graphics, that content has to be identified through metadata of some form. The UMS metaserver provides a flexible and extensible multi-layered data model across intellectual and technical metadata, with full hierarchical linking across all layers, comprehensive searching and indexing across all layers, including the ability to search for text within documents and attachments, comprehensive AI functionality with integrations to many AI engines, all types of assets supported, including physical items such as tape, film, and artifacts, and digital content such as files. The metaserver is a multi-layered data model that is across both intellectual and technical metadata. The metaserver is where this data is captured and stored against media items. This metadata can be entered manually or via integrations to third-party systems. The UMS metaserver is not only for digital content, this data model supports data for physical artifacts and tapes and digital files, which includes intellectual metadata such as cast, credits, directors, synopsis, licensing rights such as video on demand, territories and usage capabilities, and technical metadata such as formatting metadata, HD, SD and UHD, aspect ratios, IMX, MXF, what's metadata field in the MXF header and PCM audio. The comprehensive search functionality allows users to search across all that metadata system. If you don't know what you have got and where it is not a media asset, it is a media liability. There is a cost associated with each media item. With so much content being created, metadata management is crucial to content management. Recognizing that no one metadata schema will address all the needs of every client, Mediaflex supports extensible data models that allow additional user-defined data fields without limit to be associated with assets in the database. Additional schema can be simply defined with a standard TMD XMLT script and imported into metaserver. Once registered on the system, the additional schema can be assigned to individual asset groups, titles, versions, or media items as required. Every media item within the system could have its own unique metadata schema, or all the assets for one client and channel could have a unique schema. Items can be set to inherit extended metadata schema from their parent asset. For example, title to version, version to media item, and version to version, or not as required. All extended data schema are fully searchable using Mediaflex search and advanced search options. Nothing happens to that content unless you put it through a workflow of some form, whether it be very simple or complex. So intrinsically linking that content to the workflow gives you a very big step up in the way that you can manage your content. The UMS Composer provides intuitive drag and drop UI, negating the need for specialist development of back-end coding or scripting, whilst the graphical UI enables our clients to build and modify their own workflows. Presets and templates can be created and reused, automate process decision-making based on metadata values within the database from AI and all the content essence, and automated or manual user triggers and interactions, nested workflows and task notifications with email, SMS and on-screen capabilities. TMD's own workflow designer includes a user-friendly graphical user interface to design and build workflows in a script-free environment. Tasks can be dragged and dropped into the process area and linked through a series of decisions that can be automated or manual. The orchestrator is intrinsically linked into the metaserver, which means workflows constructed can make use of the metadata and make intelligent decisions on the media passing through the workflow. Automated decisions can be made not only on the metadata, but the content essence as well. All of the workflows created can be saved as templates, reused and reconfigured, which saves a lot of time and allows operators with access to change the workflow without the need to rebuild what has already been done and without the need for any back-end coding or scripting. Workflows can be built in a way to include client business logics, which allows for otherwise manual tasks to be automated. To help manage these automated processes, notifications and priorities can be set against each task in the workflow. The graphical user interface allows authorized users to drag and drop tasks from the task library and build workflows by connecting tasks in sequence. The workflow that is currently being built in the background is an example of how simple it is to build, configure, and modify workflows. Workflows can include any number of linked tasks, running sequentially or in parallel. Workflows can include decision-based branching, approval requests, and notifications. The task library consists of more than 40 tasks that cover all aspects of the content production process. TMD is continually developing the range of tasks within Mediaflex as new requirements come from the industry and our client base. All new tasks are available to existing clients based on their licensed applications and through our software support programs. Once created, workflows can be saved as presets and applied to media items. The specific execution of a workflow preset on a piece of media in Mediaflex terminology is called a job. Jobs can be raised by a manual operation from iMediaflex and workstation clients, scanning a barcode on a physical asset, media deliveries to a watch folder, file drops from third-party systems, for example playout schedules or as-run logs, automatically according to business rules, external systems through either a RESTful API call or a conductor message bus notification, or tasks within a workflow. Nothing happens to that workflow unless you use a resource of some form, whether that be a human resource, technical resource, or both. Mediaflex-UMS is AMQP compliant, enabling encrypted and interoperable messaging between organizations and applications via a complaint message broker. The UMS Manager provides web-based management UI for configuring and monitoring all services, whether on-prem or cloud-based. Management and monitoring of integrations to third-party technologies and systems, configuration, management and monitoring of users, roles, responsibilities and permissions. Resources is the back-end system management tool and the core configuration functionality, user management, services management, event login, manage third-party services and permissions. Resources monitors the status of workflows, data usage, controllers and services sitting on those controllers. All of this data is logged and is visible to allow decisions to be made based on real facts and data about the system usage. Resources allows us to have cloud-native and cloud-agnostic environments. The UMS Manager provides web-based management UI for configuring and monitoring all services, whether on-prem or cloud-based. So those three are the core concepts within the content supply chain and every media organisation in it. It is the foundation of what you are doing. Out of those three components comes a fourth, which is analytics. Understanding what you're doing, what is going on, how you're going to do it, the trends, and all the metrics is what enables you to drive your business in a better manner. UMS Analytics provides a personal dashboard with widgets and real-time analytics, including graphing capabilities, an extensive audit trail of workflow and operations and user interactions, a configurable history of metadata changes, and a built-in report designer with Mediaflex Data Dictionary, a read-only simplified view of the meta-server data model. All of the three pillars I have mentioned, meta-server, orchestrator, and resources are tracked. This builds an audit trail and is fed into UMS Analytics. All of the data collected is displayed in a graphical way that helps to track what is happening in the system and to enable decision making. Within UMS Analytics is a report designer built in along with a Mediaflex data dictionary. All this data is used to build and design ever more efficient workflows with the goal of increasing productivity.